right, we're about ready to go here with the game between the River Falls Wildcats and the Faribault Falcons. Bringing you up to date, last night it was River Falls beating Woodbury 6-2, and the Falcons of Faribault defeated New Richmond 7-3. An early game today, we had Woodbury going against New Richmond, and Woodbury kind of put it to New Richmond 10-0. So we're about ready to go here, and we've got a brand new color man up here today for the first time. We got Jim Simone. Jim, what did you think of last night's game? I thought it was one of the better ones that the River Falls team played as a whole.
We did. We looked pretty organized. We broke out well, played well. It was probably our best game.
I think you hit it on the head when you said broke out. That was the key to that whole thing. Okay, we got the face-off controlled by Landon. Landon dumps it deep into the Faribault end. Goes in behind the goal, comes out on the far side, and it's shot up into the crowd. So we're going to have a face-off coming to the right of the Faribault. Oh, they're bringing it outside the zone, just outside the Faribault line. Starting for River Falls today was Mitch Giathanis, Howard Potton, and Steve Schrank, with Landon and Soderberg on defense. Faribault has the puck, loses it there. Steve Schrank shoots it down the length of the ice, goes deep into the Faribault zone. Controlled there by Faribault, in behind their own net. Potton puts on a check in the corner. Faribault controls, gets back behind the net again. Fed up on and cleared out of the zone. Skips over the defense and skates. Controlled by Landon, in behind the net. Leaves it there for Schrank. Picked up by Soderberg. Soderberg gets it out to Giathanis. Giathanis loses the puck, but it's kept into the zone. Picked up by Schrank. Shot around on the near boards to Potton. Potton controls there, takes it to the far side. Gets it up on the far wing to Giathanis. Has a little trouble controlling it. He's checked there on the boards by Faribault. They control in the River Falls end. Shot around behind the net by Soderberg. Picked up on the near boards. Shot from the point, goes way wide. Comes to the far side. Controlled there by Giathanis momentarily. Shot on. And finally controlled by Miller, and we'll get a whistle, stoppage of play. 13:46 left to go. Jim, there was another case. We just couldn't break out of our zone. The passes were there, and it just doesn't happen. We've got a line change here. We've got Kevin Cayley out with Craig Olson and Chris By. Faribault controls in the corner, walks out front, takes a shot, just goes wide. Dusick ties it up in the corner, fought for by two Faribault players. Controlled finally by Faribault, picked up by Dusick. Dusick breaks the zone. Dusick, a far wing pass to Olson, just skips over his stick. Controlled by Faribault, controlled by in behind the Faribault net. Comes out the far side. Faribault has it. Stopped there by Prochnow. Faribault finally clears their zone, comes out to center. Headman pass up to the blue line. Faribault carries into the River Falls zone. Man is taken down in the corner, picked up by By still controls. Finally loses it, shot back in behind. Prochnow clears to the near boards. Goes to Olson. Olson tries a backhand pass that doesn't go to anybody. Shot from the point. Controlled by Cayley. Cayley shoots it in behind, picked up by Dusick. Dusick goes out the far side for a pass to By. By gets taken off the puck, picked up by Prochnow. Nice headman pass to Cayley. Cayley breaks into the Faribault end. He's stopped there. And we're going to have an offside as Wheeler brought the puck in offside. Well, 12:22 left. So far it's been nothing really happening.
Let me wait. Catch my breath.
You win? Must have.
Okay, we've got Corey Knott out there along with Wheeler and Cernahouse. Landon has the puck, tries a slap shot from the point, blocked out front by the defense, picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler goes in behind, still controls in the corner. Gets it to Cernahouse, back to Wheeler, right out front. Still controlled by River Falls out front. Another shot on goal. Controlled by Cernahouse to Wheeler. Wheeler has control of it in the near boards. Faribault finally breaks almost to the blue line. Picked off by Cernahouse. Back out front to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a shot. It's blocked there. Landon has it. Shoots and scores from the point. A nice shot from the point and a very good screen out front by Todd Cernahouse. So River Falls goes up 1-0 at the 11:43 mark of the first period. That was awfully good control in the zone by Knott, Wheeler, and Cernahouse. And finally it got tipped out to the point, picked up by Landon. A good hard wrist shot right into the net. Good screen out front by Cernahouse. Okay, we've got Schrank out there along with Giathanis and Potton. Puck goes in behind the River Falls net, played by Miller to the near board. And the scoring on that went Landon from Cernahouse. The puck is tied up just inside the River Falls blue line. We got a stoppage of play at 11:27 left to go. River Falls leading 1-0. Draws and it comes just inside the blue line. Draw won by Schrank. Doesn't quite get it out of the zone. Controlled by Faribault. Faribault carries deep into the corner. Leaves a drop pass there. Centering pass out front. Nice pickoff by Giathanis out there. Shot out front. Controlled by Potton. Potton gets it to Giathanis. Giathanis out to center. Just a little bit too far for Schrank, and it's controlled by Prochnow in the River Falls zone. He feeds an upwing pass to just a little bit too far for Potton. Cleared into the zone by Faribault. Faribault walks right out front. Cleared to the corner by Prochnow. Prochnow finally, it's covered by Miller right to the left of the goal crease. We're going to have a face-off with 10:46 left. Change in line here. We'll have By, Olson, and Cayley out there with Landon and Soderberg on defense. Controlled by Landon, taken in behind the net. Gets it on the far boards for Soderberg. Soderberg circles in his own zone. Gets it across ice to Landon. Landon gets it up on the boards to Olson. Olson loses it out front. A nice block by Soderberg out front. Finally picked up by Cayley. Cayley controls, loses it there. Faribault shoots it all the way down the ice. We won't have an icing call on this one. Goes in behind the Faribault net, stopped there by the goalie, picked up by the defense. Tries to get it up on the near boards to the wing. He circles in behind. Loses the puck there. Olson on him. He still has control. Finally picked off by Olson. Olson gets it out to by Landon at the point. Shot out front. Cayley just missed a shot there out front. Faribault clears the zone to Soderberg. Soderberg gets it back up to By. By loses it at the River Falls line. Picked up by Cayley. He loses it. Shot into the River Falls zone. And a slap shot from the point. Cleared by Miller. Faribault carries into the corner. Tries to control there. Back out to the point. A bouncing puck right on. Miller just clears that and gets it to the corner. Faribault really buzzing the River Falls net right now. Finally picked up by Cayley. Cayley clears the zone. Olson goes after it. Picked up again by Cayley. We're going to have a delayed offside here, but they get it out of the zone to center ice. Faribault breaks in, just shoots it in, dumps and changes on the fly. Puck goes into the far corner, picked up by Soderberg. Soderberg controls there. Finally still controls. Falls down in the corner, picked up by Knott. Knott controls in behind the net. Breaks out on the near boards. Up to Wheeler. Wheeler loses it. Knott ties up his man behind the net. We've got to fight for it there. We've got a couple of tired defensemen we got to get off the ice on the line change here. Finally picked up at the point. Stopped in front by Landon. Picked up by Knott. Knott gets it out to center. Picked up by Faribault defense. Go to the far boards. Carry in from there. Takes a check at the red line. Clears it into the River Falls zone. Soderberg controls. Gets it back out to center. Tipped ahead by Cernahouse. Cernahouse on it. Gets it across to Knott. Still fighting for the puck in the corner. Picked up there by Wheeler. Wheeler carries deep into the zone. Controlled by Faribault. Faribault tries to break their own zone. Shoots it all the way down. Picked up by Dusick. Dusick carries back into the Faribault zone. Loses it. Faribault breaks out of their zone. 2 on 1. And I think we're going to have an offside call here. 8:10 left in the period. Score River Falls 1, Faribault nothing.
Tom, how did the Woodbury-New Richmond game come out?
Oh, as I said earlier, Chuck, before you got here, Woodbury really took it to New Richmond, 10-0. And from what I understand, Woodbury really skated well today. Puck goes into the River Falls zone, controlled by Dusick. Across to Prochnow. Prochnow gets it up on the far boards. Tipped out to center by Giathanis. Giathanis just misses the puck going up the far side. Headman pass to center. Faribault brings it in the River Falls zone, loses control, goes into the near corner. Picked up there by Dusick. Dusick gets across ice to Giathanis. Giathanis picks it up there, clears into the Faribault, leaves a drop pass for Schrank. Schrank still controls in the zone. Gets it back for Dusick. Dusick had a little trouble with his skates there. Trip, still controlled the puck, got it back to Prochnow. Prochnow clears the zone ahead to Schrank. Schrank clears into the zone, takes a shot on, goes wide. Comes up the near boards. The big check there by Dusick. Picked up by Faribault. Faribault comes in 2-on-2. Faribault trying to come in right in front. Nice job by Jeff Prochnow right out there in front. Tied up his man, and we get an icing call. We'll be brought back into the River Falls zone with 7:13 to play, and we'll have a face-off to Mike Miller's left.
Tom, how'd the high school C team do in their New Richmond tournament?
Okay, the high school C's were up in New Richmond today. They played Delano, a Minnesota team, and they came out ahead 7-3. How about the Silver Stick? How do we do up there?
Well, we're back in the action here. We'll get to that as soon as we have another break.
Okay, we got By out there, along with Cayley and Olson, with Landon and Soderberg on defense. Soderberg clears in behind the net, gets it on the far side, hops over By's stick. Still controlled by Faribault in the River Falls zone. Shot right out front, nice save by Miller. Goes into the near corner. Controlled behind the net by Landon. Landon gets it up on the far boards to By. By controls, circles, comes right out front, gets it up on the near boards to Olson. Olson centering pass right out front, missed by two River Falls breaking wings there. And we've got a Soderberg controlling the puck in the zone. There's a shot out front and almost a goal there, picked up by Cayley. Finally controlled by Landon. Landon breaks to center, headmans it to Olson. Breaks into the Faribault zone, gets it ahead to Landon. Landon still trying to control deep in the zone. Controlled by Faribault. Big check by Olson. Big check by Faribault in the corner. Both men go down and they cover the puck. 6:10 left to go. The score still 1-0. Two good scoring chances there, one on each end, Chuck.
Good chance there. The Banameys played Chippewa Falls in the semifinals at the Silver Stick up at Bloomington, and they lost 4-3.
Oh, it sounded like an awful good game.
Well, the third period was pretty good. We were a little slow in the second period, and that hurt us.
Puck's kept in by Cernahouse. It comes to the near boards, picked up by Faribault. They clear their zone. Come out to center ice. Picked off there by Knott. Knott still carries it right into the zone. Picked up by Cernahouse. Cernahouse carries deeper into the Faribault zone. Gets it out front. Intercepted there in front by Faribault. Finally controlled by, back to Dusick at the point. Dusick takes a big shot. Finally controlled by the Faribault goalie right out front. Another good chance there, Chuck, if we could have had a man out front for a tip-in.
Well, River Falls is skating well out here. They're looking good today. Moving the puck up and down the ice.
Had a little trouble early, Chuck, clearing our zone, but that seems to have taken care of itself again.
Jeff Prochnow made a real nice play down on that breakaway there.
Yes, he did.
Faribault head.
Puck comes back to Prochnow at the point. He slaps it back in behind the net. Controlled there by Faribault. Shoot it in behind. They're going to try to come out on the near boards. There's a headman pass. They clear their blue line. It's picked up there at center. That's cleared into the River Falls zone. Control there into the corner. A drop pass picked off by Wheeler. Wheeler headmans it up to Cernahouse. Cernahouse takes a big hit, and he's down right at the red line.
This doesn't look good. It looked like he's hurt his arm or his wrist again.
Page, stop. Stop. Page, stop. Stop. Page, stop. Over the intercom. Over the intercom. The ice.
It looks like it's yeah. Tell me when you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, we got a face-off here, carried deep into the Faribault end by Schrank. Schrank tries to center and is picked off by the Faribault goalie. We got 5:03 left in the first period. And the injured player for River Falls was Todd Cernahouse. And I think he got hung up on the the separation between the two benches over on the far side. Faribault clears the zone, comes out to center. Carried into the River Falls zone. Shot and a score. Not much we could do about that one. That was just a real nice shot by number 10 from Faribault, and that's Kip Heyer.
It's a little hard for the kids having had a play.
Dumps it into the Faribault zone. Picked up there, comes up the far side, cleared ahead, carried to the River Falls line, tries to break in, checked there by Soderberg. Puck goes into the corner, cleared out on the near point by Faribault. Shot back deep into the zone. Control there by Faribault. Faribault still controls the puck. And is finally covered up by Miller out front. We had 3 men back deep in the zone, and we had nobody helping out. They had nowhere to go with that puck.
Oh, we're running around a little bit now, but we'll get back in there again.
We gotta have some help. We've got to have those wings coming back in when they've got 3 people in deep like that. Controlled by Dusick. Dusick in behind the net, comes up the near boards to Knott. Knott clears the zone. Still carries on, picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler goes right in, shoots and scores. Nice pass by Corey Knott to Matt Wheeler. Wheeler took it in and just picked out the far corner and put it right in.
Tom, that was a beautiful play by Matt Wheeler. He really worked his way through there and got a super shot off. Hit the upper corner of the net. Had Troy Kuzlik out on the line with him after Cernhaus was hurt.
Puck goes in and picked up by Knott. Knott's trip, no call. Picked up by Wheeler in the corner. Now Kuzlik controls. Kuzlik gets it back to the point to Prochnow. Prochnow winds, fires, stopped out front by traffic. Picked up by Knott. Knott turns around, gets a weak shot off on goal. Control there by River Falls, right in front. Kuzlik tries to get it right in front. Finally cleared out of the zone by Faribault. Shot to center, picked up by Dusick. Dusick controls, gets it back out to center. Faribault controls there, finally goes into the River Falls zone. Picked up by Knott, comes out of the zone. Kuzlik wasn't looking, pass goes too far. We're changing on the fly. Faribault controls at their own blue line, carries back in. Stopped there at the line by Dusick. Controlled by Schrank. Schrank on the far side to Giathanis. Giathanis can't quite control there. Schrank has it. Schrank still controls. Picked up by Giathanis. Giathanis dumps it into the Faribault zone. Controlled there by the Faribault defense. Comes out on the near boards. Stopped there at the point by Soderberg. Soderberg has it. Gets it back to Dusick. Dusick controls at the line. Gets it ahead to Potton. Picked up by Schrank. Schrank carries into the zone. Gets it out front. Intercepted by Faribault. Faribault comes back out of the zone. Breaks to the River Falls line. Leaves a drop pass there. Back in deeper. A centering pass just misses. Nice play there by Faribault. Carried out to the blue line to center ice by Giathanis. He loses it cross ice. Brought back in by Faribault. Another drop pass. Picked off there in front. Tip in front. Miller saves. Another centering pass. Miller saves again. Comes back to an open point. Turnaround slap shot. Another save by Miller. Another save by Miller, and he finally covers up on it. We're just not clearing the puck out there, Chuck.
Oh, we have to break that puck out. Our defensemen have to hit the wingers, centers, and move the puck. Minute and 17 seconds left in the first period. The score is 2-1, River Falls.
It's been kind of an interesting first period. It's been up and down the ice. There's a shot blocked out front by the defense. Another shot knocked down out front. Picked up by By in the corner behind to Soderberg. Soderberg controls, tries to get it out on the far side. Still controls in behind the net. Soderberg still on it. Landon goes to the near boards for it. He's bumped there by 2 Faribault players. Goes to Soderberg. Soderberg gets it up, goes past Bystick. There's a race for the puck. Cayley controls for a moment. It comes back across center ice. Check at the center by Landon. Goes in behind. Soderberg picks it up. Soderberg comes out to Olsen. Olson controls in the corner, loses it there. Control by Faribault. Goes in behind, control by Landon. Landon goes up the far boards to By. By breaks it to center. Well, we broke right past the puck again there. Here Faribault coming back in. They just dump it. I think they're going to get a change on the fly. Picked up by Soderberg. Soderberg goes up the far boards to By. By tries a pass cross ice. Picked off by Faribault. Loses it in the corner. Picked up by Landon. Landon gets it to Olson. Olson gets it out of the zone to center ice. And River Falls is going to change on the fly as the period ends. River Falls 2, Faribault 1. Shots on goal were River Falls 4, Faribault 10. Right on, cleared to the corner by Landon. Goes up on the near boards, kept in by Faribault. Goes in behind the net. And it's centered out front and shot and scored. That was kind of a strange play right there. It dribbled out front and the only player there was Faribault, and they tipped it into the net.
That's the kind of goals you don't like to give up. But they happen. What we need to do now is come back and regroup.
So that evens up the contest with 14:30 left in the second period.
One real important equipment change, I think, that may not be noted offhand there is that By has new shoulder pads on this period. So you're going to see a whole different game out of it.
Controlled by Dusick, gets it in behind. Cleared out of the zone. By comes up the near boards, gets it to the Faribault line. Controlled there by Faribault, up to center ice. Brought into deep to the zone. Dusick takes his man, gets a shot on, nice save by Miller. Dusick controls behind the net, gets it up on the far boards to Olson. Olson dumps it back to Dusick. Dusick gets it up on the near boards, intercepted by Faribault. Dusick controls again, comes out to By. By on the near side, gets it to center to Cayley. Cayley breaks to the Faribault line, gets it to Olson. Olson back out front, covered up out front by Faribault goalie. Just tipped into the far corner. Controlled by Faribault, comes up the near side. Pass up on the wing, kept in by Prochnow. Finally cleared to the River Falls line. Weak shot, stopped by Landon on the defense. To Olson, back into the corner. Centering pass goes by everybody and outside of the zone. Goes all the way back to the Faribault blue line. Faribault tries to come up the near board. Checked there by Prochnow. Picked up by Olson. Olson behind the River Falls goal. Leaves it there for Prochnow. Prochnow goes into the corner for it. Comes out centered out in front. Landon ties up his man. Finally comes out of the Faribault zone. Controlled by Knott. Knott breaks to center. Carries in over the Faribault line. Still controls. Goes deep into the corner. Centering pass out front. Just cleared by the Faribault defense. Coming up on the near side. Out to center. Over on the far wing. Into the River Falls zone. Shot right on. Saved by Miller. Centering pass. Doesn't make it outside. Picked up by Soderberg behind the net. Cleared up on the boards to Wheeler. Just goes past Wheeler's stick. Circles all the way around. Comes up the near boards. Landon has it. Clears the zone. Goes past the Faribault defense. Deep into the Faribault zone. Picked up there by Faribault. Tied up in the corner by Landon. Kicked up on the near boards. Faribault controls. Kept in by Wheeler. Wheeler shoots it around. Brought to center by Faribault. Check at the River Falls line. Kicked out of the zone. Picked up by Giassanis. Giassanis breaks into the Faribault zone to Schrank. Schrank right out front gets taken off the puck. Comes back to the point to Dusick. Dusick shoots it in deep. Cleared all the way down the ice by Faribault. Oh, we should have an icing call on that, but they waved it off.
It's in the air like they can't play.
I don't understand that one.
No, that was kind of a poor call. Picked off out front by Dusick. Dusick clears it out of the River Falls zone. Controlled at center ice by Faribault. They bring it back in. Dusick defending on the far side. Centering pass blocked by Dusick. Controlled by Faribault behind the net. Nobody on him. Shot out front. Nobody's picking up anybody here, Chuck, and they're having an awful lot of trouble trying to get it out of the zone. Controlled by Soderberg behind the net. Comes up on the near side to Giathanis. Nobody breaks. It goes to center ice. Faribault picks it up. Going to get a change on the fly here, but Faribault breaks in. Tipped out by Dusick. Shot right back in again. Goes deep into the River Falls zone. Dusick has it to Soderberg. Soderberg back out, picked off by Faribault out front. Nice save by Miller. Picked up by Cayley. Cayley has it there. Intercepted again by Faribault. Centering pass comes out front, picked up by Dusick. Dumped down, and we're going to have an icing call.
Good play by Dusick. We needed an icing call there to get changed.
We were not organized at all, Chuck, on that one.
Nobody had any idea what was going on through that shift.
Okay, we're going to have Prochnow and Dusick on defense, along with By, Cayley, and Olson up front. 10:26 left in the period. Face-off comes to Miller's left. Draw one by River Falls, carried out of the zone, head man to By. By breaks into the zone, gets it on the far side to Olson. Olson takes a shot, just blocked by the Faribault goalie. He ties it up behind the net.
Well, we're playing without senior defenseman Jimmy Simone and without senior forward Todd Cernahouse. We should have replacements in there to hold them off, but we're looking a little weak right now.
There's a shot, just goes wide, picked up by By. By leaves it behind the net, picked up by the Faribault defense. Tries to clear up on the near boards. Faribault has it there. Intercepted by Prochnow. Prochnow takes a shot, just goes wide. Comes up on the far boards, cleared by Faribault out to center. They break in, they're offside, so they hold the puck out. 2 men in, and we'll have an offside call here. We're going to face off just outside the River Falls line. We get a line change here. We're going to have Kuzlek and Wheeler and Knott, along with Landon and Soderberg on defense.
9 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second period. Score is 2-2.
Puck cleared in behind the River Falls zone, picked up by Soderberg. Gets it on the wing to Kuzlek. Kuzlek to Knott. He just couldn't quite control the pass. Comes back, and Soderberg just let the puck go and didn't pick it up.
Don't understand that.
Controlled in behind the net by Landon. Landon gets it up on the far boards to Wheeler. Wheeler takes a big check at the line. It's cleared back to the Faribault blue line. Faribault breaks in, takes a shot over the top of the net. Comes up on the near side, controlled by Faribault. Shot deep into the zone. Landon has it back to the net, to Soderberg, back to Landon. Landon tries to break out, gets a headman to Kuzlek. Kuzlek loses it. Controlled again by Landon in the corner. We're going to get a tie-up, and there's 8:56 left in the period. Score 2-2.
I thought we were skating pretty strong that first period, and Faribault has either come on a lot stronger or we've let down, because they seem to be dominating play here more in the second period, Tom.
Well, we don't seem to have the same spark we had in that first period.
Steve Frank now at center.
Along with Giathanis and Cotton. And Prochnow and Dusick on defense. Puck fought for on the near boards, finally picked up by Prochnow, cleared around to Dusick on the far side. It's being tied up there, and I think we're going to get a whistle on another face-off. 8:41 left in the period, 2-2.
Sean Dusick did a nice job to tie the puck up there to get the face-off.
Puck comes back to the near point. He shoots it deep into the River Falls zone. Prochnow back there fighting for it behind the net. Kicked around by the Faribault player. Dusick after the puck clears it back in behind. Comes up on the near board side. Controlled there by Faribault. Faribault shoots it in behind, picked up by Dusick. Dusick tries to get it up to Wheeler. Intercepted there. Slap shot goes wide. Cleared out to center and cleared right back in. And it comes back out to center. Faribault carries in. An open shot, weak shot on goal, cleared by Miller. Miller gets it to Cotton. Cotton loses it. Finally picked up by Dusick. Dusick clears to center. Dusick skating up past center. Clears into the Faribault zone, tries a centering pass, blocked by the Faribault defense. Puck comes up the near board side, cleared out of the zone by Faribault. Kicked ahead. Good job. Check at the blue line by Soderberg. Gets it back to Landon. Landon clears it to Olson. Olson headmans it for Cayley. Cayley breaks into the Faribault zone. Cayley in behind the net. Stops there. Still controlled. Comes right out front. Tries a backhand shot. Blocked by the defense. Comes up on the near side. Intercepted by Olson. Picked up by Soderberg. Shot just wide of the River Falls goal. Clear it out of the zone. Picked up by Bai. Bai gets it across to Olson on the far side. Olson clears his blue line up to the red line. Shot in. And we're going to get a change on the fly here as Cayley heads for the bench. Intercepted by Landon at the blue line. He clears out of the zone. Picked up by Knott. Knott loses it, picks it up, shoots it into the Faribault zone. Cleared by Faribault. All the way down the ice. Soderberg in behind the net. Picks it up there. Soderberg stops. It's a pass to Bai. Bai goes in behind the net. Still controls. Controlled shot ahead by Landon. Intercepted again by Faribault. Faribault comes in. Shoots it over the top of the goal. Comes up on the near board side. Kept in. Centering pass right out front. Goes back to the point. A bullet from the point, and that was an awfully nice shot from the point. Scoring for Faribault was number 10, Kip Heyer, his second goal of the game. That comes at the 6:17 mark.
But did you see again, Tom, that we're simply running around and we aren't getting that puck broke out of the zone at all?
Well, we went kind of reverted back to that old thing where our wings and so forth just aren't doing anything to help the defense out.
Like
we're not getting it out of there.
It's like they're chasing their tail. Where the puck goes, they go after the puck instead of playing their position, catching it, looking for the man, and making that sharp breakout pass. And with a team like Faribault, you're not going to get by with that.
Faribault shoots it again into the River Falls zone. Tracked down by Prochnow in the corner. He loses it. Picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler gets it head man to Knott. Breaks to center. In across the Faribault line. Cuts in deep. Circles in behind the net. He still controls. Back out to the point to Prochnow. Prochnow has it cross ice to Dusick. Dusick shoots. Just goes wide out and back of the net. Controlled by Kuzlik. Kuzlik still has it there. Finally loses it to the defense. He still controls in behind the net. And the puck is finally tied up and we get a whistle.
And we're going to get another line change here. We're going to bring Steve Schrank, Howard Ponton, and Mitch Gerathanis out. On the front line with Prochnow and Dusick on defense.
Cleared into the River Falls zone, centering pass right out front, tipped away. Goes back to the point. Shot wide. Goes in behind the River Falls zone. It's on the near side being fought for there. Comes out to the point. Stopped by Schrank at the blue line. Headman pass to Schrank. Schrank banks into the Faribault zone. Takes a check there. Cleared out of the zone by Faribault. Up the far side. Dusick has it. Stops it there. Centers it back. Picked up by Dusick. Dusick carries to the Faribault line. Shoots it in right on. Cleared by the Faribault goalie. Clears it up the far side. A centering pass right off the back of one of the Faribault defenseman's skates. Almost could have been an opportunity to score there. Faribault controls on the far board. Headman pass goes all the way down. And we're going to get an icing call here. 4:33 left in the period. Score stands now Faribault 3, River Falls 2.
River Falls has got to start getting some shots on goal if they're going to score, Tom.
Yeah, this period hasn't been one of our better periods so far this year. They have to start to put things together a little bit and get a little more concentration going out there. Okay, we've got Cayley, Olson, and Bai out there now with Landon and Soderberg on defense. Controlled by Cayley. Cayley takes a shot, stopped and covered up by the Faribault goalie. That seemed like a tricky shot. Rolled up the goalie's pads, and he had a lot of trouble with that one.
That one could have gone in.
Face-off again coming to the left of the Faribault goalie. Goes back to the point. Crank shot there by Landon. Olsen tries to tip out in front. Just can't quite get a stick on it. Controls in the corner. Picked up by Faribault. Back to the point. Hops over the stick of Soderberg. And I think we're going to get a penalty here to Soderberg for interference.
I think that was a pretty clever play on the part of Faribault guy there. Soderberg skated in front of the Faribault guy, and the Faribault guy kind of latched onto the behind and acted as though he was being held up, and as a result, the ref called the interference on Soderberg.
Yep. So Faribault's going to go on the power play here with 4:08 left in the period, leading 3-2. And we've got Link out there along with Kuzlik, Dusick, and Landon on defense. And the puck goes deep into the River Falls zone, in behind to Dusick. Dusick up on the near boards. Tries to clear it, gets it all the way out of the zone and down the ice. Goes in behind the Faribault goal. Picked up there by the defense. Tries to break up the far board, centering pass. Comes right up the middle. Faribault goes into the River Falls zone. Drop pass to the defense. Shot. Blocked out front. Goes to the corner. Picked up there by Faribault. River Falls into the box. Back behind the goal. Centering pass tried by Faribault, and they still control the puck. He walks right in, shoots, stopped by Dusick. Dusick controls, shoots it down the ice.
That's not a good sign.
Tom, it seems to me that we play with that puck when it lays out in front of the net, and I think we ought to just whack it.
You
get it out of
you
there.
got to dump it when you're trying to kill off a penalty. Faribault breaks into the zone and is tipped out neatly by Dusick. Puck up along the far boards. Control there by Faribault. Not out there along with Wheeler. A centering pass. Nice save by and cleared down the ice by Wheeler. Not doing the chasing right now. Puck in behind the Faribault net. Controlled there by their defense. They break out on the far side. Nobody over there. They carry to center. Carry the River Falls line. They walk right in. Takes a shot. Still controls out front. Leaves it for the defense. Still controls. Wheeler tries to check his man out front. The puck is loose out front. Battle for it. It hops back to the blue line. Out of the zone. Back to the Faribault blue line. They control again. Bring it back up. Again, cross into the River Falls zone. Carry it deep into the corner. Faribault controls there. Comes up on the far boards. They carry it back in behind the River Falls net again. They're trying to set up. Finally walks right up front. Controlled, tip, but not out. Faribault controls, dumps it back in. Schrank back there with Prochnow on defense, and Knott and Wheeler up front. River Falls is back at full strength. They're having all kinds of trouble here. We need a whistle real bad, and we get one. Schrank covers up the puck in the corner. 1:52 left in the period.
We need a break right now, Tom, and pick up a goal, get something so that when we go into that third period where we can get fired up.
Yeah, the spark isn't there right now, Chuck. This whole period has been kind of slow motion for River Falls. Not taking anything away from Faribault, they played real good this period. Draw is controlled by River Falls up to Olsen. Olsen headmans it to Cayley.
Why are we playing with four?
It.
Why are we? Oh, okay. I guess we got
Tipped and a shot by Olsen, just blocked by the Faribault goalie. They try to come up on the far side. Nobody there for River Falls. Breaks it all the way out to center. Puck goes the length of the ice. In control there by Faribault. Faribault has it in the River Falls zone, back in behind the net. Stopped there by Landon. Picked up by Soderberg. Soderberg comes up the near far board. He carries out to the blue line, to the red line. In across the blue line. Carries all the way in. Stops there in the corner. Tries a centering pass. Just go wide. Picked up again by Soderberg. Soderberg still controls. Tipped away from him. Picked up by Faribault. We have one man back. Landon controls, gets it back out to center. Picked up by Olsen. Headman to Link. Link gets it into the Faribault zone. He's checked off the puck there. Shot deep into the zone, and we're going to get a change on the fly here. Puck goes into the corner. Fought for by Knott. Knott comes back out, centers it. Just jumps wide. Picked up by Kuzlik. Kuzlik back to Prochnow. Prochnow wise takes a shot. Blocked by the Faribault defense. Puck's just laying there. Picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler tries to, is dumped out of the zone by Faribault. Comes back, picked up by Dusick. On the far side, Knott has it. Knott gets it head man. Still controlled. Shoots it into the Faribault zone. Picked up there by Kuzlik. Kuzlik goes in behind the net. Still has the puck. Comes in around. Can't quite dump it in. Comes back out to center. Dusick has it. Dusick shoots it in. And we're going to get another change here on the fly. As we've gone quite a while without a whistle. We went that last 3 minutes struck without a whistle. They picked up the pace there for the last 2 minutes of the period and looked pretty good. I hope that holds well for the third period. Again now, River Falls being outshot 18-8 so far this game, and the score 3-2 after 2.
Period here in the game between River Falls and Faribault. We're going to start out with the line of Steve Schrank, Howard Potton, and Mitch Gerathanis, with Scott Landon and Bobby Soderberg on defense. Score is 3-2 with Faribault leading. The puck goes, Bobby Soderberg picks it up, works it down the ice. Gerathanis tries to stop it. Back over to Soderberg. Soderberg back to Landon. Landon picks it up to Gerathanis. Schrank tries to pick it up. It's intercepted by Faribault. Faribault's moving the puck into their zone. Gerathanis is on it, working it up the boards. Schrank is in there. Schrank picks it up, stolen by Faribault. Faribault headmans it up, breaks into their zone. There's a shot and a stop by Miller. Miller dives on it. And we have a whistle and a line change with By, Olson, and Cayley out, and Dusick and Prochnow on defense. Tom, have you caught your breath?
Oh, all set to go here. The draw is won by River Falls and cleared out of the zone by Shot back up to center ice and cleared in by Faribault. Goes in behind the River Falls net. Picked up there by Dusick. Dusick shoots it back in behind to Cayley. Cayley to Dusick. Up to Olson. Olson loses it on the near board. Picked up by Dusick. Dusick gets it out. Comes to center ice. Back to Dusick. Dusick shoots it back to the Faribault line. Picked up there. Picked up by Cayley. Cayley loses the puck. Seemed to be a lot of center ice play here. We can't get out of the center ice area. Finally controlled by Olson. He clears, but not into the Faribault zone. Picked up there by Faribault. Checked away by Dusick. Picked up by Cayley. Cayley shoots it. Intercepted there, and Dusick shoots it in. We're going to get a change on the fly as it circles behind the Faribault net to the far boards. Picked up there by Faribault. Intercepted right out front. And finally picked up by Landon. Landon shoots right on. And there's a fight out front and finally covered up by the Faribault goalie.
It's a nice shot by Scotty Landon.
Had a chance for another goal there on that one.
We're breaking the action with 13 minutes and 15 seconds left. Knott goes in to take the face-off.
We got Knott, Wheeler, and Kuzlik out there along with Landon and Soderberg on defense. The draw is virtually won by nobody, and it's just kind of laying loose. Finally picked up by River Falls. 2 shots on. Picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler in behind the Faribault net. Comes to the near side. Gets it to Knott. Knott turns around with a backhand. Just wide. Shot cleared out of the zone by Faribault. Picked up by Soderberg. Puck cleared but not out. Goes deep into the River Falls zone. Controlled there by Faribault. Picked up by Kuzlik. Kuzlik tries to get it up to far boards. Picked up by Landon. Shot in behind. Soderberg.
Faribault player had
the Kuzlik. Kuzlik gets it to Knott. Knott clears it out of the zone to center. Kuzlik fighting for it on the far board. Shot in by River Falls. We get a change on the fly. Coming out is Schrank, Potton, and Gerathanis along with Dusick and Prochnow on defense. Prochnow has the puck. Loses it at the blue line. Picked up by Faribault. Brought into the zone. Checked by Dusick. Prochnow has it deep in the zone. Intercepted by Faribault behind the net, right out front. Finally picked up by River Falls. Schrank comes to the Faribault blue line, comes in across the line, tries a centering pass to Gerathanis. Just goes a little wide. Picked up by Faribault, try to come up the near boards. Schrank shoots it deep into the zone, goes in behind the net. Faribault has it and shoots it. Prochnow stops it at center ice. Prochnow has it, gets it on the near boards here to Potton. Potton carries into the zone, intercepted and knocked out. Controlled by Dusick. Dusick gets it across. Faribault intercepts in the zone. Faribault intercepts again. Finally cleared out of the zone by Cayley. Goes in behind the River Falls net. Comes up the near boards. Dusick has it. He takes a check. It's in the near boards corner here. I think we might, no, they're not going to blow the whistle. It's tied up, but nobody blew the whistle. Finally, Dusick comes away with it and shoots it all the way down the ice, and I think we're going to have an icing call here.
Gives them a chance to regroup. Saying that one breakaway, I don't know if you noticed, but the Faribault player brought the stick up right around shoulder height to catch it and bring it back down to the ice. And I was sure they were going to call high sticking and bring the puck back out of the zone for a face-off. You know why they didn't do that, Tom?
No idea. They evidently just didn't think he got it above the shoulders, evidently, and didn't call it.
Is it shoulder height or above the shoulders?
They say it's shoulder height, which is actually, if you think about it, it's like armpits. Here, By has the puck, clears it out of the zone, shot back in by Faribault. Offside, not called. Shot back in by Faribault, goes in behind the River Falls net, stopped there by Miller. Controlled by Landon. Landon comes out on the near side to Olsen. Olsen loses it. Puck comes out to the blue line, kept in by Faribault. Goes in behind the net. Picked up by Olsen. Olsen just finally gets it out across the blue line. Cross-side pass. Faribault shoots it back in, controlled by Soderberg. Soderberg tries to shoot it out, and it doesn't go. Shot back to the blue line. Shot there. Stopped by Miller. And that's picked up and shot in by number... Can't quite pick up the number on that one, Chuck.
I missed it, Tom.
I think it was number 12 for Faribault, Mike McDermott. Again, we just plain didn't clear the puck.
We're not getting the puck out of the zone. I don't understand it. We're not intense enough. The Cayley line out there has not produced. They've given up goals. They're going to have to get their heads straightened out. That changing around there just isn't working on that particular line. It's worked good for Beaver down on skating with Potton and Gerathanis, but this change here with Olsen and Cayley and By has produced absolutely nothing except disaster on them.
And we got an offside here on River Falls. As Corey Knott brought the puck in behind him. We've got Knott, Wheeler, and Kuzlik out there, along with Dusick and Prochnow on defense. Prochnow shoots it in, hops over the Faribault defenseman's stick, deep into the zone. Checked there by Knott. Puck comes up on the near boards. Dusick tries to hold it in. It comes out. Goes to Prochnow on the far side. Kept into the River Falls zone and picked up by Wheeler. Wheeler circles in behind the net. Gets it up on the near boards. Dusick there. Picked up again by Faribault and kept in. We're just not clearing the puck, Chuck.
They're
Again,
intercepting every pass we're attempting to make.
I think we're looking these passes, and they just keep picking them off. Another shot right on, stopped by Miller, and we're going to get a stoppage of play here with 9:14 left in the period with the score of Faribault 4, River Falls 2. Ever since the first period, it hasn't been one of our better efforts, Chuck.
No, it sure hasn't. And I'm trying to figure out if Faribault is playing that much stronger than we are to take the pass away, or if we aren't taking the time or the intensity to make the pass. We just aren't getting anywhere with it.
Puck being brought out of the zone by Schrank. Centers it to Potton. Brought in, we got a delayed offside. Comes back out to center to Soderberg. Soderberg back to Landon. Landon controls it to River Falls blue line. Gets it a head man to Schrank. Schrank walks in, takes a shot right on. Blocked by the Faribault goalie. Schrank has it in the corner. Tries a centering pass. Goes out on the far side. Picked up there by Soderberg. Shot back in. It would have been offside, but it's cleared by Faribault to the River Falls line. Punch back to the Faribault line. Faribault controls. Comes to center ice. They just leave him alone, and he walks right in. Takes a shot right on. Blocked by Miller. Soderberg has it in behind the net. Stops there, waits to get set up. Gets it up to Potton. Potton center to Schrank. Schrank comes in across the zone, takes a shot. Right in on the Faribault goalie. A wicked slap shot. Hit him right in the face mask on that one. Good shot by Schrank.
You know, Tom, I may be wrong, but I have a feeling that these kids who are all being asked to play an off wing are absolutely lost out here. They aren't catching the pass, they aren't making it. None of them have ever played an off wing before, and they're not able to break that puck out. They're stopping and turning.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting it when it's coming up the boards to them in our zone.
I really think if the kids were playing right-handed on the right wing and left on the left hand, that at least we might get the puck out of the zone. We may not get the strong shot down there, but we aren't going to get stuck down in their zone all the time.
By controls it in behind the net, circles and takes a shot. Controlled by Cayley, back to By. By still has it in the corner. He circles. He dumps it in behind, intercepted by Faribault. Intercepted again by By. He shoots it deep into the zone. Olsen has it, back to By. Faribault tries to clear out. Big check.
Come on, ref!
Nice hit, Drew.
We're going to have a 2-minute penalty here to Sean Dusick for interference at the 7:45 mark. Penalty killers for River Falls is going to be Soderberg, Landon, Knott, and Wheeler up front.
Well, that was one of Louis the Walk's specialties, because I just didn't see that one at all. He gets everybody incited and
Man came out of the zone with his head down, and he still called the penalty. I can't quite see that one either, Chuck. Faribault control, shoots it into the corner. They control it. River Falls sets up in the box. Well, not much you can do about that, Chuck. There was just nobody covered the man. He walked right in and shot and scored.
They let him go. Well, the score is 5-2 with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left. I think the game is pretty well in hand for Faribault.
Yeah. That was McDermott from Cressenbach. River Falls now has the puck carried into the Faribault zone by Wheeler. Not intercepts. He tries to hold the puck in. Back to Soderberg. Soderberg chases it deep into the River Falls zone. In behind the net to Landon. Landon tries to tip it ahead up on the near boards. Comes to the point. Stopped by Miller. Landon has it in the corner. Faribault still controlling. I can't see the action very good there. It's in the near boards corner, and they just seem to be just playing along the boards there. Nothing was really happening. Finally tied up, and we get a whistle. 6:43 left in the game. 5-2, Faribault.
And River Falls makes a line change, bringing out Steve Schrank, Mitch Cherethanis, and Howard Potton. And Dusick and Prochnow on defense.
Draw is run by Faribault. Back to the point. Shot. Stopped out front by traffic. Controlled by Prochnow. Prochnow shoots it in behind to Dusick. He headmans it to Potton. Potton gets it up to Schrank. Schrank gets it across. Picked up by Giathanis. They come into the zone, but it's cleared by Faribault. Picked up by Dusick. Dusick has it at the River Falls line. Over to Prochnow. Prochnow fighting, but loses it to the Faribault man coming in. He walks in front, gloved by Miller and held on to. We'll get a face-off coming to Miller's left. 6:09 left to go in the third period, Chuck.
And we're changing lines again, putting out Cayley and Olsen and By. Soderberg and Landon on defense.
Seems like we kind of folded our tent after that first period, Chuck. The second period wasn't very good, and the third period surely hasn't been a stellar performance.
I don't know if you noticed, Tom, but we are not completing our passes. And either it's that Faribault is so good they're taking that away from us, or that we aren't making the pass. We're getting set up to make the pass to get the breakouts. And I'm not willing to concede here that Faribault is that much stronger a team than River Falls.
Good guess, Lou.
The referee, I think, flipped a coin, made that call. We're now going to have a face-off here near center ice.
Yeah, he didn't know what quite to call, so he just blew his whistle. We're going to face off with Cayley out here along with By, Landon, and Soderberg back on defense. Faribault gets it, walks in. Miller made an awfully good save on that. It could have been 6-2 real quick there, Chuck.
Nice glove save there by Mike Miller.
And we're getting another quick change here. Coming out with Knott, Wheeler, and Link, along with Prochnow and Dusick on defense. Puck kept in the River Falls zone. Finally controlled by Wheeler. Wheeler comes to the Faribault zone, picked up by Link. Link tries to get a backhand shot off, just loses control. Kept in by Dusick at the point. Goes in behind. Wheeler after it there. Not after it. Goes around to the far side. Picked up there by Link. Link controls. Gets it back to Prochnow. He takes a shot. Goes in behind the net. Comes up on the near boards. Controlled by Faribault. Stopped at the point by Dusick, but cleared by Faribault all the way down the ice. And we're going to get an icing call here. And we have 5:02 left in the period. And we're going to get another line change here. Coming out will be Giathanis, Cotton, and Schrank, along with Landon and Soderberg on defense.
Once Todd Cernahouse sustained his injury, we seemed to drop off very quickly.
We ran into a pretty big valley, and we haven't quite climbed out of it since. Schrank tries to get a shot off on goal. Controlled in the corner by Giathanis. He still controls. Tries to get up on the far boards to Soderberg. Cleared out to center ice. And it goes all the way down, picked up by Faribault. He goes in on goal. We're going to get a slashing call here to Landon, who was catching up with the play from behind and just took a two-handed swing at him and going in.
I think Scotty hadn't seen that the man had already lost the puck by the time he took the swing for it. And we have Brian Cayley out here to skate off the penalty with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left, and the score is still 5-2. Faribault leads.
And Faribault's going to call a timeout here with 4:45 left in the period. Okay, we're ready to go here. The puck draw one by Faribault, back to the point. Control there. Kept in. Shot the length of the ice by Schrank, right on goal. Goalie came up with a pretty good save there, Chuck.
Beaver's a converted defenseman on these short-handed folks.
We got Schrank and Soderberg out there along with By and Cayley up front. Two good shots on goal there, just went wide.
We got our defenseman here right out covering the points here.
We're a little bit too deep on this one, Chuck. They got that man sitting out there in the slot. Yeah, he was all alone. He just waited.
Nothing to do about that one because Steve Schrank was not playing in on defense where he should have been. He came way out. When he came out, that left that defensive spot wide open, and we never did get reorganized again.
So that makes the score 6-2 with even 4 minutes left to go. Goal again scored by McDermott, and I think that's a hat trick for him. Puck carried into the zone by Dusick. Intercepted by Faribault at center ice. And picked up by Prochnow. Prochnow takes it in behind, stops there, gets it behind the net to Dusick. Dusick on the far side to Wheeler. Intercepted there by Dusick. Dusick carries to center ice. Gets it to Wheeler on the near side. Wheeler tries to carry deep into the zone. Fights for it there in the corner. Finally gets a hold of it to Knott. Knott takes a backhand and scores.
Nice backhand there by Corey Knott, right between the goalie's legs. You never saw it.
That brings the score to 6-3 with 3:25 left to go. Well, we might as well go out with a flurry here and get a couple more and stick them in, make it respectable anyway.
Then you'll look and you'll see all the scoring has come from this one line today.
Yeah. Comes up to Potton on the near boards. He clears it out of the zone to Schrank. Schrank carries ahead to their line. Intercepted there. Picked up by Potton. Potton back to the defense to Soderberg. Picked up by Landon. Landon goes into the blue line. He cranks. He shoots. Saved. Landon has it again. Shoots it in behind the net. Giathanas for it in the corner. Picked up again by Landon. Beaver. Schrank. Schrank shoots. Just goes wide. Giathanas has it in the corner. River Falls starting to put a little pressure on here now. Kept in by Landon. Another shot right on. Covered up. There was nobody there. That whistle should not have blown.
Well, that goalie should have cleared the puck back. I don't know what they were doing without blowing that whistle.
Okay, now we're going with Dusick and Prochnow on defense, along with By, Cayley, and Olson up front. Prochnow shoots. Cleared in front. Finally covered up by the Faribault goalie. Cayley had a real good chance there. He was kind of upset with himself. Couldn't quite get the final tip on that one, Chuck, to get it in. 2:32 left. 6-3 Faribault. Cayley on the draw. Goes back to the Faribault defense. Cleared around behind the net. Picked up there by By. By shoots it in behind. He's cut off. Picked up by Faribault. Kept in behind the net. Dusick keeps it into the zone. Picked off by Faribault. Shot right on by By. Screened by Olson. Faribault goalie made a nice save on that one. It's cleared but not out. By picks it up again. He's checked. Faribault finally comes out of the zone. Cleared to the red line, in across the River Falls blue line. He's checked there by Dusick. Dusick gets it ahead to Olson. Olson breaks all by himself across the Faribault line, still controlled. Tries to carry into the corner, finally intercepted by Faribault. They break out. 3-on-2. They head into the River Falls zone. He's still controlled. Centering pass blocked by the defense. Picked up by Faribault in the corner. He centers it. He's taken off the puck right out front. Soderberg has it. Soderberg breaks out on the far side. Intercepted by Faribault. Tipped ahead by Potton. Controlled by Faribault, shot in. Stopped behind the net by Miller. Picked up by Soderberg. Soderberg still controls behind the net. Gets it up on the far boards to Potton. Potton gets checked in from behind. Carried ahead by Knott. Knott breaks out of the zone. Carries into the Faribault zone. Tries to leave a drop pass. Finally intercepted by Faribault, and we get the whistle for a delayed penalty. Well, I don't know what they're calling here. They're totally confused.
Lewis lost track of who the penalty was against, and I think he's trying to get number 12 to come over, and in fact, I think it's number 18. So we'll see if Faribault is willing to own up to it.
Well, I think that's Faribault's first penalty of the game, Chuck, and it comes with 59 seconds left.
They've played extremely well in that category.
Very error-free the whole game.
And that's been definitely to their advantage because we haven't had the opportunity to go out and be on the power play. Now with the score of 6-3, it looks like River Falls has pulled its goalie, and we're going to play 6-on-4 for a little while.
In the Faribault zone, to the left of the Faribault goalie. River Falls has pulled their goalie. They're going to go with 6 skaters. They've got Wheeler, Potton, Knott, Schrank, Landon, and Dusick out there. Shot right on, controlled by Schrank right out front. Comes back to Dusick. Dusick takes a shot, almost tipped by Wheeler. Tried to clear out of the zone. Landon keeps it in. Gets it to Potton. Potton's shot just goes wide. Tried to clear by Faribault there. And I think we're going to get a charging call here on Schrank, number 24.
So with 36 seconds left, now we've got Steve Schrank in the box.
And we're going to go 5-on-4. And the draw will come outside the River Falls blue line. Or outside the Faribault blue line. Nice save by Dusick there as the puck goes in behind the River Falls net. Dusick carries out. He comes to the blue line, to the red line, carries in over the Faribault line, takes a shot right on, controlled by the Faribault goalie, covered up.
Nice hard shot there by Sean Dusick. Might have gone a little bit high, but it was a good shot. 21 seconds left. River Falls and Faribault each have a man in the penalty box.
Okay, Knott is going to take the draw here. Cayley comes in for Potton. So we've got Cayley, Wheeler, and Knott up front with Landon and Dusick still on defense. 21 seconds left. The draw is won by Knott. Controlled by Faribault in the zone, but not out. Dusick has it. Dusick takes a shot. Kept in by Knott. Knott turns around and takes a shot. Kept in by Landon. Landon on a backhand. Doesn't quite get it out. Controlled by Dusick at center ice. So the score winds up 6-3 Faribault. And I have to congratulate Faribault. I thought they played a very good error-free game today.